tell my story real quick. I'm going to keep it to a minute because I have a very long story. I'm excited about it, and I could go on all day long. Okay. But I feel that, like I always tell people, you know, God saw this little egg. It's really funny. I think about it. I think in pictures. You know, I study personalities, and I'm one of those personalities who think in pictures. And God saw this little egg and said, oh, that egg got a big mouth. So, so let me give her a story. So as I developed, I'll be 62, my next birthday.
Wow.
But as I went through life, I was blessed to have arthritis from birth. And I was blessed to have a leg that came out like that would trip me down. I was blessed to have a herniated disc in L5. I was blessed to have a disc from C2 to C7 crushing, which in turn mashed my nerve ending, which in turn had my arm tied to my stomach for over a year, having me wearing a collar on my neck over a year, having me to have a weight to hold my neck up 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at night over a year. Having me having injections in my back over a year, having me falling in the ground in my own driveway, ripping my entire arm off, and was falling backwards. I had to pull it this way, to have it screwed back in, and having therapy for 6 months to even use it again, having flutters in my heart that was more than, it would go hoo, 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 and the doctor had a machine on me for 30 days. I had to plug it into the telephone, and he said, I have never seen anybody with that many extra heartbeats. And then for me to continue on and falling down, I think I broke one of my toes. And after all that, for my leg to totally jump out of the place where they had to take rods and put it down and wrap my leg until they could wait 2 months to rush me to get an emergency surgery. I mean, God has allowed me to have over $1 million of real estate to lose it all. I mean, I have had a victorious story, I'm telling you. But through it all, as I say, through it all, you know, I always say through it all, I was here, God took me to the mountaintop with money and I don't know about my health, but money and all this stuff, and then took me to the valley where I was in a bed with a walker and a commode and couldn't even get out of the bed, and where the nurse would say, well, try to use a cane. I said, no, I can't use a cane, I can't walk. I have an open chest surgery where they had to cut me in. I mean, I have been through everything. To come back around from the bottom of the valley to the top of it, get my story. I have a story of health, and I'm going to tell it. And I'm praying that people listen. But God says, tell your story.
Yes.
Tell your story. If they listen, was Jeremiah 2 or 3, I believe, said, some my people are hard-headed. Some will listen and some won't. And that's life. But you just keep on moving. You do not get wrapped up in whether they listen or whether they don't. You are the messenger. You give that information out, they take it. If they choose to live as I was, 85 years old, when I was 54, and now, child, I am now almost 60, I'm telling you, and I'm wearing heels and was not able to wear them for over 20 years. My children are so sick of me. I used to have to ask them to carry my bags, and now I say, get out the way. I have so much fun because I said, God, I can't believe it myself. By the way, last year I was in the 18, 20. Now I'm in the 12, and probably can fit a 10. And that's all behind minerals. I was blessed, thank you, for your family, Boomy. Her mother and father are generals in this profession, and she is a tip off the block. And so I have been with her for quite a few years. And when you do this, it don't take one day. I've been hanging with Boomy for 10 years. For 10 years. And when we went to many trainings, $250, $300, $1,000 here or there, training, the same way the doctor go to school for 8 years. It's not a quickie. You learn this in the process. This is a marathon. This is not a sprint. We are trying to help each other. So all I'm saying is that I'm going to cut it short because I can talk a whole lot. I told y'all, get me started. But I'm just blessed that I'm able to. I mean, I just have joy in my heart. I can't wait till I get my camper to come down here. But anyway.